Do you remember these? If you do, you're probably a sad little 90s kid like myself. These are Pogs. In the early to mid 90s, these were a popular thing among elementary to middle school kids. If you notice, I've got my collection all laid out here, and I honestly can't believe that I still have these. But today I'm going to teach you how to play Pogs. So on a little flashback here to the ghetto 90s, I'm going to show you the different pieces, talk about a little bit of the collecting and how that all worked, and then we'll go over the gameplay and some variations on that gameplay. So the pieces are kind of a collector's thing. So you have anything from the yin-yang to kind of a more scenic nature look, or there was a line of no fear that had quotes and pictures on, or animals, or other funny ones like a skeleton golfing with another skeleton's head. Fun stuff. So we would really get into trading these and finding more to buy at the stores. They'd have them thrown at a bunch of big bins, and you look through them like they're the $5 bin at the Walmart DVD section. So there was that competitive aspect, kind of like collecting Pokemon cards. Your collection had to be the biggest and the best. Now, moving on to the gameplay. Really simple game of collection. 2 or more players put in an equal amount of Pogs together, and they stack them in one single stack. Now these are just the single thinner Pogs, and then every player has a slammer or 2. These are the heavier metal, thicker pieces. Mine is shiny 8-ball. Traded an arm and a leg for this guy in like 1st grade. So after every player has put in an equal amount of Pogs, you take turns slamming the deck. Now, after I slam the deck, whatever Pogs landed face up are now mine. So I will collect those and lay them aside. The next player can then go ahead and slam it or miss, slam it again. And then the game ends when however many Pogs you'd used are used up, and the person who has the most Pogs wins. It's a very simple game. Some of the variations would be that you would want to specify at the beginning of the game whether you're playing for keeps or just for fun. So that would obviously up the competition there. If anything that I get to land face up, I get a keep by the end of the game. Another variation is that if I am going to slam the deck, I will go ahead and say all these are mine because they landed face up. The ones that did not land face up, let's put a few more right here, instead of restacking them in one single pile and going from there, you would actually then have to play as is. So you might have a spread or a single one over here, and it's, as you notice, it's pretty difficult to get it to flip over. On carpet it works a little bit better. Now, I honestly don't remember a lot of other variations, but kids would come up with their own little rules, and so it was like Foursquare, you know, you had your whole separate set of rules, and you might want to make sure you're playing with the right kids. So that about does it. It's a very simple game. Now, I doubt this is honestly ever going to come back, but it's been fun to remember this little 90s fad. So if it does come back, then you can come to me, because I'm probably the only person that has these anymore. They will go back to their spot in my closet. But thanks for looking back on this awesome 90s fad with me, and now you know how to play.